When I read this topic, uh, innovation and entrepreneurship in management education, I stopped for a while and said, then what the hell did I do in my life? Wasn't I doing this? So, what is so great about it? All entrepreneurs work on innovation. All entrepreneurs, and then management education is the only area where you feel that's a subject matter expertise which you might have. You might be in petroleum, you might be in consumer durables, you can be in technology, or you can be in management education. So that is the only space where functional aspect come in. But in terms of other things, innovation and entrepreneurship, I personally feel every human being is an entrepreneur in this world. Everyone. Unfortunately, the society suppresses them, doesn't give them opportunity, and kills that entrepreneur spirit very early in their lives. So they said, no, I'm like this only. Who told you are like this? How did you decide you are like this? That is not answered, not even by the parents. So I think this insecurity, this fragility of mind, and this whole exercise which our society governs, perhaps reduce the number of entrepreneurship in this. You just think of it. Think of a housewife in the kitchen. Isn't that entrepreneurship? Today we have a family of 4. Suddenly some visitors come and 16 people come in the house and lunch has to be cooked. How does she do it? We don't bother. We go and have a glass of wine or do something and the kitchen is running still. If you look at people whom we blame in Calcutta, like people who sit in the Adda and rock and all that, they're useless guys. What do they do in Durga Puja? 4 days, acute entrepreneurship, fantastic. I mean, they collect the money, they create the pandal, they do the stage, they perform, they manage their gatherings. Isn't this entrepreneurship? But for the other 361 days, they don't do anything. That is a different matter. Society is responsible for that. They are not responsible for it. So you see, entrepreneurship is something which is ingrained in a human system. And that ingrained thing gets a channel through innovation, because entrepreneurship starts with innovation. What is an entrepreneur? An entrepreneur does a very small but important thing in society. He continues to bridge the gaps in society. That's all. If he finds a gap, he says, hey, this is a business idea for me. Let me put that together and let me deliver. Then once he delivers that, another gap gets created. And 5 people start working on that gap. So once you keep bridging the gap in society, society grows, society improves, and entrepreneurships go on. And these are all innovations, different kinds of innovation. So what here we are doing is, this is what Globsyn is, because I think the only subject I know is Globsyn. So let me talk about Globsyn. And I will tell you what we are doing as an entrepreneurial and innovation-oriented organization. We had a very simple product, as in PGDM. AICT is there, governance is there, curriculum is structured, how many professors, what is the square feet of your classroom, everything is defined. That everything you have to do by that, otherwise you will not get AICT certification. So everybody forgets innovation, forgets management. They start looking at with the tape and measure the classroom space. I remember I had gone to AICT, sir, and there was a class that, not AICT, NBA. Professor Acharya, my teacher, and also the chairman, ex-chairman of AICT is here. So give me permission to say this, sir. And I had gone there for NBA, which is a National Board of Accreditation. And the first question, there were a requirement of 4 classrooms to qualify for NBA. So my first question which was asked, after they have inspected the school, said, do you have 4 classrooms? I said, why did I apply? Because your basic point was to have 4 classrooms. If I didn't have 4 classrooms, I'm not a stupid guy that I'll apply and not have 4 classrooms. So, the whole process are so straitjacketed, so standardized because you're dealing with a large number of people. You have to have come up with a framework. It can't be a jungle. So there I felt MBA, there are some 400-500 schools, and there everybody following the same curriculum. Everybody, professors are different, teachers are different. So I said that, where does this take us after PGDM and where? This process with this vision seminar also you can see, and I'll come to that. You look at this. The knowledge-based PGDM is the core kernel. It is the engine, basic engine. Now around that, what we have done is we have several programs. Serendipity is, for example, our students' project. Then we have GMC, which is a management conference done by the young people, young professors. Then we have Embroyan, which is an entrepreneurship cell. Then we have Kalani Youth Leadership Forum, which is again a social work activity we do for old age homes. Now, what are we doing? We are bringing these elements by and telling them it's an extracurricular activity. We are not telling them that we are adding value to your MBA. Because the moment we tell them that, the learning curve will come down. Classes they will not attend. They will go somewhere else. So we say, yeah, this is a part of the school extracurricular. Come on, you have to go to old age home and volunteer this program. So they don't mind. Students are happy. They'll go. But what is happening in the process, sir, ladies and gentlemen, is their value within the behavioral part of their being increases. If for 2 years you're doing 5 of these together, not knowing why you're doing, but you're doing it, then you are definitely better than a guy who's just done PGDM. 100%. So one of the reasons why Globsyn Business School students get jobs so easily, and they are all placed, is that. Because he doesn't, first of all, he's fearless. But he knows that he has done more than the classroom. And he has done so many projects through this exercise. And these projects are all fun. I mean, I add nomenclatures to everything I do. So that fun, I call it the serious fun. So our studies is serious fun. So there has to be a seriousness into this, but it's fun actually at the end of the day. So when you do serendipity, there's songs and dance, but they are designing the program, designing the curriculum, enacting the stage, performing. These are all management, complete management. So the whole management learning, without calling it a management learning, I believe is the highest learning curve you can have. And then you're also going back to the classroom and study. Study economics, study marketing, study finance. You're doing that. You're not doing that. So you bring these two together, then that person who comes out of it, it's only now after 25 years of this school, I am declaring this today, that this is why we did all this. Students don't know. They say, fine, I'll participate. I've seen my mother participate in old age homes. I'll also participate. Very nice, very nice. They don't know why I was doing this. But when they get a job in the first interview or the second interview, they realize what made them get the job. Sure, the role of the faculty, role of the AICT, role of the curriculum, role of the environment, all is there. That's there in any school. But this evolved behavioral aspect of the youngster is not there. All modesty, I will say that we have mastered this. This is now currently I'm writing a book called Beyond Education. And that book is my research book. And I want to put that into some kind of a specialized exercise to be available in libraries so that people who are starting business schools or people who are doing research and management, because these are direct practical experiences of ours. And I know how we went through. I know the failures. I know the success. I know how it happened. So I thought, and this is pure entrepreneurship and it's pure innovation. So if you combine the subject of the seminar today, this is what and this can be done, ladies and gentlemen, in every field. Today the subject is management education, so I'm saying management education and I'm a management education guy. But you pick up any distribution product, you pick up any HR product, you pick up anything, same logic, same concept will be applicable if you go to the root And there is one thing I've noticed, and I want to share with all of you, that very little entrepreneurs actually work for the cause they became an entrepreneur. What are you doing? We use the big words, no? We are helping the society. How? What did you help the society? Why? Why did you do it? When it comes to finance or money, they will back out. So I think this is population. This is a more bigger subject. This is population. This is lack of central control. And population leads to everything, because we are, it's very difficult to manage so many people. And then we also say that we are democratic. So all these factors create. Now, when we have problems in our government management and all that, this is the reason the government is having problem. So you can manage 100 people, you can manage 200 people. You manage 50 million people, it's tough, and in your scheme of things. But just imagine, in your own world of your enterprise, of your business, or whatever you're doing, you can create this. And I can tell you it's so fulfilling. Just on the 12th of November, and I can see a few alumni of mine sitting here. So in the 12th or 13th of November, I had called my alumni in the ballroom of Oberoi's to share their experiences. And we used to create real fun time. It was serious fun, as I called it, and real fun time with them. And these people have passed out from 2004 onwards. They have their daughters who are 11, 12 years old. It's fascinating. I mean, if you see those youngsters, when they came to me in my school, they were 21 years old. And they are today very, very responsible family men, leading their families. Now, they came, and we had a discussion for 2 hours. 95 people came with just an invitation on telephone. Why? Because they have never forgotten those Globsyn days. And they have forgotten the kind of learning they went through and how that learning has helped them at work. How you have been able to create camaraderie, how you have been a professional, how you can work with your head held high. They have never forgotten, because that is ingrained in them at that age. So I would just request all of you and all the speakers who are coming and talking, we all talk theories here. We all talk very big things. But think of that youngster. Full stop. Just think of him. Think of what you were into when you were 21, when you were 22. What problems did you face? And try and solve that problem if you can in your area of work. We don't have to talk big subjects. It will automatically follow. There are hired consultants and professors and technicians available for that. But as an entrepreneur, he must think of solving the problem, bridging the gap, as I said. And once that is done, society will emerge and grow, and things will happen for us. So I think the subject of this seminar, in one sense, is a very tough one, because it's very generic. You can say anything under the sun on this subject. Other saying is, I have told you my small experience. And, if you kindly get out of the, shall we say, quote unquote, curriculum, and look at behavioral science as the basic aspect of a human development, then you will see there is so much work to be done. Everybody is unique, everybody is different, everybody's family background is different. They come from different systems. And if you're involved, I spent a lot of time in my coffee shop in my business school campus, because that's where you see the students very free. They're talking among themselves. What do they talk? What do they say? You have to get into the behavioral aspect of your customer, as we said in the mantra. The student is my customer, and customer I must respect. And there, if you go deep into a customer's soul, then you'll be able to know them and solve their problem. I must thank all of you for coming today, but I also I'll be failing on my duty if I do not mention the name of Professor R.C. Bhattacharya, our Vice Chairman, and he's such an inspiration to all of us. It is because of him that we are having the 7th Vision Seminar. I mean, this is phenomenal. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. So I think enjoy your time today and learn as much as you can, but also learn during lunch. Also learn during coffee, because that learning is going out and learning. Where here it is more a classroom learning. So wish you all the best and thanks for coming.